everyone, welcome to the virtual Groomroom. My name is Jack, your host, and today I'm bringing you another shaving video. Again, so what am I using? So my soap for today is New Scent by Soap Commander. It's called Recreation. The notes in this are mango, mandarin, and dates. I've used it once before, and I thought it was really good. As you'd expect with mango and mandarin, it's very sweet. It is a summer scent, so that's to be expected. I'm blooming that at the moment. So let's go on to the razor. The razor I'm using is the Edwin Jagger DE89. I'm using a Persona Lab blue blade in it. My brush, I'm going to be bowl lathering that soap today. My brush is the Omega Professional, the huge Omega. I love this for bowl lathering. It's so big. The knot is perfectly capable of whipping up an excellent lather. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I've got the soap pressed into the bowl here, so I'm going to be lathering that up in a second. What I'm going to do though, however, is I'm going to begin the lather. Well, before I do that, however, I need to apply some pre-shave. So I've got some, I've got the soap. I like to put bloom water on my face, and I bloomed it anyway just to get a decent amount into the bowl. So I'm going to put the bloom water on my face, put my Presso white pre-shave on, and I will be back in a second ready to load the brush. See you in a minute. Hey guys, back again. Pre-shave is on. So as I said, I'm using the Omega Professional brush, which is, as you can hear, pretty wet. So I'm going to get some of the water out of this, and then we're going to start loading up, creating a lather in our bowl. Let's do that. So yeah, it's July 6th now, I believe. I think I'm right. My first July 4th in America. In fact, I didn't even spend it in America. Well, I did spend it in America. Sorry, I didn't spend it in Albuquerque. I spent it in Colorado, as I said. It was great. I really enjoyed Denver as a city. It was just a pity that most of the things were closed, because they have some really nice restaurants up there. I found, like, it's funny because kind of the opinion I had of Denver before I went was it was a little bit like Albuquerque, but it was a bit more city. Now, this is a big city. The Denver, Colorado is a big city. Don't be mistaken. People were awesome. The food we did have, in fact, there was this place called Denver Central Market, and it was really interesting because the sort of place it was there was loads of kind of small kind of food businesses and food shops. There was a pizzeria there that made some pretty good pizza. There was a bakery there which I bought some decent sourdough bread from. There was a bar that obviously sold drinks. Overall, my experience in Denver was nice. I will go back. It's pity that some of the big restaurants there were closed, because I definitely would have been interested in trying them. There's a few quite large chefs that have recently moved to Denver from California, and it would have been great to be able to, you know, try some of those places. But I will go back and I will experience. And the Airbnb we had was interesting as well. It was like this, they built this new place, and the layout was questionable. That's all I can say. It was fine, apart from that. But yeah. First 4th of July was interesting. Of course, like the tradition they have here is they do fireworks and stuff like that. However, the fireworks were interesting because the fireworks I went to see, I'm pretty sure the whole of Denver went to see it, and there was absolutely no parking. So we had to decide, okay, what do we do here? I figured, let's just go for it. Let's find the highest hill we can find. Camp on top of this highest hill. By camp, I mean just stay there with the car for a bit. And, you know, look over the whole of Denver with fireworks. We saw about 5 or 6 firework displays, all for free, from the comfort of kind of the side of the car. It was great. Nowhere to buy alcohol afterwards. All the breweries were closed and all the pubs were closed, so there was that. This is whipping up really nicely. I love this brush. This brush probably has the most insane backbone I've ever seen of any brush. Okay, I'd say I'm pretty much happy with this. So as I said, I'm shaving with the DE89 today. Let me re-wet my face. Let's apply the lather. I have some interesting stuff on its way. I have the Supply Provisions or Supply Co razor, the single edge. I see a lot of people that have been reviewing it recently. I actually got mine from the owner of RMS, which is Steve the Daily Shaver. That great guy from Australia. First YouTube wet shaving videos I watched, I'll be honest, and he's a really good guy. Gave him a bit of money, you know. Said he'd send it to me with the base plates. Looking forward to it. First pass with the grain. That was a good pass. Gonna rinse off now and I'll see you for the second pass. See you in a sec. Hey guys, second pass time. Let's lather up. Okay, second pass, cross the grain this way and this way. So, as I said, I have the Supply Co razor incoming. As a razor, it looks interesting. I'm always curious when companies choose to go with somewhat proprietary blades. In this case I say somewhat because, you know, there are a few options for injector style blades, but because the interesting thing is you need to consider who they're trying to win over. You know, in all of their marketing, it's blatantly obvious to me they're trying to win over the cartridge razor user. And with that, I'm interested they decided to go with the injector because although it seems simple, people will look at a mechanism to load the blade and think, well, I'm used to just popping the cartridge on my Gillette and it's good to go, you know. Something I have seen from it doesn't really require much of a blade angle. You can kind of rest it flat against your face and it works. Which is similar to the cartridge razors. The DE89 never fails me. Funny because with wet shaving you always have those staples that you always come back to, and the DE89 is mine. I love the wet shaves. Second pass done. Let me rinse off and I'll see you guys for a third pass. I'll see you in a second. Guys, third pass time. Let's lather up. So following from last video, England managed to beat Colombia, which is kind of crazy. Well, I wouldn't say it's crazy, because I'd say on paper we're still the better side. However, anyone that follows football knows England's luck in knockout group stages of tournaments, so I can imagine the country was pretty happy. I wasn't there, so I wasn't ready to know. Cross the grain again, this way and this way. With this pass, I use such light pressure. With me, if this pass is done incorrectly, I get some irritation, so. Mainly on this side, not this side. Still though, as they say, it's better to be safe than sorry, right? See England play Sweden tomorrow. I think I would say England are the favourites in that. Belgium beat Brazil today. And France beat Uruguay. Got some soaps coming in as well. I've got the Essence of Scotland, which I believe is manufactured by Gentleman's Groomroom in Dundee. Shout out to Kevy Shaves. And I have another custom job by Ginger's Garden, and that's scented by one of my favourite colognes, which is Fahrenheit by Dior. Yeah, I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse off and we're going to go straight into the post shave like we did last video. Do it all back to back so you can see it again. And I'll see you guys in a second. Hey guys, post shave time. So as always, my first part of the post shave is the good old alum block. Right, okay. I resent you guys that can get BBS so easily. With my skin, I don't aim for BBS. It would cause me crazy irritation, and it's just not worth it. Next part, good old trusty Thayer's Witch Hazel. Running joke is I keep calling it Thitches. Give that a good rub. Okay, last part of the post shave. We're going to use the Recreation Aftershave Balm here. Very much like the soap, as you would imagine. Very sweet. But it's almost definitely summer scent. I love how Soap Commander put menthol in all of their post shave stuff. It's just so nice. Dry the hands. Okay guys, that is us done. That was a good shave this Friday. It's been your host Jack with the Virtual Groomroom. I really appreciate you guys coming. I hope you have a good weekend. Goodbye for now.